We're finally getting more information about just how badly President Bush screwed up the warnings of 9/11, how he completely dropped the ball and caused the murder of 3,000 Americans. But now we're just ignoring it. I got Farron Cousins with me to talk about it. How have we rehabilitated this guy? The facts are overwhelming in this new report that he was an idiot. He was a complete buffoon. He ignored warning after warning. But now his approval rating is 74% because the media embraced him. When he was going after Trump, they said, this is our new hero. They forgot about the fact that he killed, 1 million people?
Yeah.
1 million people, along with the 3,000 murders that took place on American soil.
Well, he's become the lovable doofus, not the grossly incompetent war criminal. He's the lovable doofus. He wasn't quite right, but hey, he was funny when he did his little dance that time. No, this man, especially now that these new documents have come out from the interview.
Talk about those documents. This is in-your-face documents.
It really is. The 9/11 Commission, worked out in April of 2004. We finally get to sit down with Bush and Dick Cheney, find out everything that happened in the run-up to 9/11. And what they found out, what George W. Bush told them was, I didn't know they were serious about these threats. I thought they were talking about he was going to attack overseas. I didn't know any of this. The CIA director was confusing me.
Yeah, didn't
It's absolutely absurd that this man continued to pass the buck.
How confusing is this? Osama bin Laden is coming to America to involve himself in terrorist activity. That wasn't in Europe. Tenet, met with him 40 times. 40 times. Even went to this idiot's ranch. Remember him out there with the sawing logs while America was falling apart? Went and met with this idiot 40 times and said, look, you need to understand, this is real. They're coming to America to bomb us or to complete some type of terrorist activity. And what he said was, well, I didn't think it was productive information. I didn't have enough information. It's almost like they needed to put a cross. Okay, here's an X, you idiot. This is what they're going to blow up. You need to do something about it.
Yeah, it wasn't clear where they were going to be, what they were going to do, so I just ignored it. Listen, we could have at that time, through the federal government that he was running, instituted very minor changes to airport security that could have prevented this. I mean,
they were recommending.
Yeah.
They were recommending these changes.
Yeah, and these, again, super minor things that could have been done that likely could have prevented this massive tragedy on our soil. But this idiot didn't understand it. And I think that's the point. It's not just that he downplayed it. He fundamentally couldn't understand it.
Do you remember Ellen had him on the show? Oh, he's a wonderful, funny little artist. Like, it's okay, man. You only killed 1 million people. You only allowed 3,000 Americans to be murdered on soil because you're too damn lazy to do your job. All of a sudden, he's the darling of the Democrats. Why? Because he took the time to attack to attack Trump. Look, this is not me and you talking. This is not supposition. These are declassified documents that finally are declassified. Talk about how he kept them secret. Yeah.
The whole 9/11 Commission report and George W. Bush, none of them wanted to point fingers at anyone. So that played a large role in keeping these documents secret. Obviously, it was in an election year that Bush clearly should have lost. And if this had come out, he would have.
Oh, he would have lost. There's no question.
They said, let's not point a finger at any individual. Let's just, we'll release our committee report. We're not going to say Bush failed. We're not going to say this agency failed. But they did, to a degree, point out the agency failures, which, in my opinion, is what really ramped up this militarization, this increased military budget for the war contractors. This 9/11 Commission, by not placing the blame on him, said, it's the agency failures.
Yeah.
Let's give them $800 billion to fix it.
Yeah.
That's one of the big takeaways for me.
It was all about the money.
Yeah.
The report, the FBI conducted 70 independent investigations of bin Laden and could not figure out that the guy was a crazy loose cannon that wanted to create terror in the United States. 70 investigations. Again, Tenet meets with this bumpkin 40 times and says, look, this is real. Put your saw down. Put your saw down for a minute. Ignore your horses. Let's not talk about golf for just a minute. And I don't want to hear about daddy's accomplishments. Let's talk, you and I talk, this is really happening. That's how crazy this was. And Tenet was just so frustrated. He said, I don't know what else to do. I just have I don't know what else to do. Now, when he took over office, the second term, I don't want to look further into this because it's not productive to assign blame. That was his quote after he took office the second time. But beyond me, I swear, I can't even get my arms around it, how all of a sudden he is the new Democrat darling.
Yeah.
Killed 1 million people plus, 3,000 Americans murdered on soil because of his sheer incompetence. But that's okay. Let's put him on Ellen. Hell, let's put him on the talk shows during the day and talk about what a cute little bumpkin he is. Nothing cute about this story.